Vlog day 313. Good morning, it's Friday, which means it's time for French Friday. Technically not morning, you'll understand by the end of this. I also might have crashed a bike today, which you will have to wait to see somewhere towards the middle or end of the vlog. Today we're gonna do a shorter French Friday. I think we'll find out, but it's gonna be a little bit on how to use grocery stores in France. Now, if you don't know how to use a grocery store in general already, I can't help you. I'm sure there are some wonderful resources out there in the world, either on YouTube or you probably have friends that can help you. If you are in France, however, and it's your first time ever shopping in France, there are a couple of key differences. And again, some of these will be similar because I haven't been to every grocery store in the United States. So I don't know, maybe you know all of this, but my sister doesn't. Karin, this is how you use, this is what's different for you, Karin. Karin, this is what's different for you. This brings us to the first major difference, the sac cabas. The sac cabas is just your personal grocery bag, and these are necessary. Now I know you're saying I'm already very eco-friendly. I already have my own grocery bag that I bring with me all the time. The difference is that here there is no paper or plastic. Like there's no free option on hand. You go to the grocery store, you don't have a bag, you've got to buy one. I literally bought this like a couple years ago. I have a few of these just lying around because I've gone, needed them, not had them, and had to buy them. So the sac cabas, don't forget it. Of course, the biggest difference is going to be in the produce section and how you go about buying the produce. I'll show you how to price it out, but you have to make sure to price it out here before you go to the register, or they'll send you back.
When you find what you want, like let's say these tomatoes, you just need to look at the pricing. It's going to tell you how much they cost per kilo or per unit, but when they're per kilo, like when you need to weigh it out, there's this little number in the corner. That's the code you need to remember to identify it, just in case there are multiple tomatoes or whatever else that you're looking at. When you get to the scale, you put it on there and you choose between fruits and vegetables. In this instance, obviously we're choosing vegetables because tomatoes, despite being a fruit, are still considered. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and select the one that matches that code 293. And then we're going to get our little sticker and put it on there. And that sticker is what we're gonna use to scan out, either at the register or at the automatic checkout.
Now there's some things that you buy one at a time each. Avocados are one of those things.
You can tell because there's no identifying code at the bottom. And then of course with avocados, just squeeze them until you find one that's been squeezed enough, can be considered ripe.
Another big difference is gonna come in the flavor department. So for example, we have Lay's cheese flavored. That's not so weird. But then you have Lay's cheeseburger flavored. That's a little bit odd. And then over here, of course, you've got roast chicken flavored, and then Yoda flavored. It just gets weirder from there. Bacon flavored bugles, in case you're ever interested. There's a paprika flavored everything. If you want paprika flavored stuff, that's all over the place. And even peanut flavored bugles. Ugh. Of course, the chocolate section is effectively out of this world. And if you're gonna try a French cereal, you definitely, well, I don't know if it's French, but you wanna try Trésor. It's basically Captain Crunch filled with Nutella. It's amazing. And in the condiment section, you're gonna find a lot more types and options for mayonnaise than you ever thought possible. And I mean, you might see some comments or complaints in the comments that my grocery store is a little bit fancier than others. I do live in a kind of a fancy district. So we do have a juice bar over here with fresh fruit everywhere, and a sushi bar with fresh sushi over there. And then all this Easter candy, which everybody has right now and will be going away soon anyways. You also generally don't see people shopping with big grocery carts. It does happen, obviously, they have them, people are using them, but for the most part you use these black handheld things. They have another variety of these that you can wheel around, so you like pull a handle out of it and wheel it around behind you. Yeah, refrigerated sections. I mean, really, this place has a better wine selection and some other things that are great, and nothing particularly different beyond, I think, what we've seen so far. See, the first thing she asks is if you have one of these already, and of course I will say yes. And then she wants me to put it here, because this thing is a scale. We have automatic checkouts at home now though too, so the rest of this, not so new. Also, the checkout locations are pretty well locked down. Like, you can't just walk out through the checkouts, so you're gonna wanna go back to the entrance to get out of, I guess, most stores. And that pretty much sums up the differences. I'm sure there are plenty of others, small and big, that I missed. Hopefully none that are too big. But I'm kind of tired, and a little bit sore, and now that we're just gonna transition back into the rest of the vlog, you're about to find out why. Good morning. It is Thursday? Oh man, I don't even know what day it is. I feel better, mostly. I'm still a little bit congested, but I think it's like the leftover. You know, you have that one day and there's if you don't admit you're sick, you aren't sick, and it goes away. That's a fact. I have to go to Notre Dame now to meet up with a tour group, go for a tour, see how things go, and we'll go from there. I don't want to say that I've got the job, because that seems arrogant, but they did seem really positive, like it was going to work out, so hopefully I don't crash my bike in front of anybody today, and then we should be good to go. My bakery has its own hashtag. I love it. Best taxi ride ever. That guy had a million stories about the city to share. The bike tours always meet in front of this giant statue of Charlemagne over here. That guy's camera's bigger than mine. That's what she said. So Mandy behind me, I actually met, I don't think she's in the video, but that first time I went to Société Générale, she sat next to me. Like she was working there, it was her first day of work there. And now she's gonna be working with Bike About Tours. Random small world. Just talking about you. That was me, Rian. Thanks.
I don't know how you managed to like me up though. That was good.
Well, the brakes locked up on me, but I stayed on my feet, even though the bike flipped behind me. On the way down the hill, the tire sort of locked up for some reason. I'm sure you could see in the footage that all of a sudden, something went wrong. So I tried to throw the phone in the basket. By the time that I had my hands on the handlebar, the front tire just locked up and the whole bike flipped underneath me. Managed to keep my feet though. There's some other tourists that were walking by that saw the whole thing. Unfortunately, they didn't record it. So I'm gonna try and find a Vélib, which is like the city bikes that you can take. You pay for membership. I've been meaning to do it, and I'll go meet them for lunch is the plan. We'll pick up that broken bike later, I guess. Whoops. I feel kind of bad that I took their bike out like that. I don't know what happened. Lottie drew this with the help of me. I just want full credit that I helped. That actually what I helped with was the fish. He was carrying a rose, but it turned into a fish. It's not a very good angle, is it? I'm gonna now film that French Friday piece, which you guys have already seen, but I have yet to create. So, anyways, I'm gonna film the French Friday bit, and then, you know, you already saw that. So for you, now we'll do laundry. For those of you who have yet to watch it, you're starting at the beginning, which is, we already passed because you're watching this now.